Mano Metate. I'm an instructional coordinator at Basket Memorial for Seminary Historic Sites, and today we're going to talk about harvesting yucca root to make soap. So first, I'm going to share all the steps of harvesting, and then we'll talk about how to make soap. So see you in a few. Getting the yucca root is not exactly an easy feat, and I've got a lot of the yucca root fibers here that we have peeled off, and these actually are still very, very useful. Some things that you can do is mash the tips and use it as a makeshift toothbrush or toothpick, but you gotta definitely mash the tip because these are sharp. The other things that the Native Americans would use these for is they would make these into fibers in which they could use for the tips of arrows, tighten them onto the shaft, weaving, making weaving baskets. They could use these for create sandals, woven into sandals, baskets, and quite a few things. The other thing that you can use the roots for was considered a medicinal medicine, and it can be used to treat osteoarthritis, high blood pressure, migraine, so it had quite a bit of uses. And mostly the root itself, this little tough fiber part, could actually be eaten and smashed into it kind of like a potato, but much harder. Trust me, it's much harder. You saw me cutting it, it is harder. Now, it's interesting, one of the yucca, because yucca is actually a succulent, and there are about 50 different species in North America, and that be used for different things. Like the muscular Apache, the reason they got their name is from the mescal plant, and they would peel the mescal plant and use the interior part as which they could dry or eat fresh. It was kind of a fruit, kind of sugary, and it was good for hydrating. It was also good for a food source. So that's how they got their name. So of all the different varieties, there's also something called the soapstone or Soaptree Yucca. Excuse me. It's called a Soaptree Yucca, and the Soaptree Yucca it grows in the leaves, instead of going up like this, then would go down and creates like branches or like bark on a tree. And then the top part, and those you can actually scrape and make soap out of. But today we're going to use the variety that was grown out here and that what the Native Americans would have used to make soap. So once you have what you're going to receive a piece of root which has been dried. It was harvested today and then it's dried and then arrived to you. So before you use it, you're going to drip it into some warm water for about 10 minutes until it gets hydrated. It doesn't take long, and then once it hydrates, then you're going to need kind of a Mano Metate. And what that was used for was a rock, and 2 rocks basically, and they would use it to grind the seeds down and to make flours. Like corn, you can grind corn, you can grind a variety of seeds. It's also very good for this. This isn't a traditional Mano Metate, this is just a rock in my front yard. One thing about being in the Pecos River Valley, I've got lots of river rock. So what you're going to want to do is, if you've got something like this, you can use it. If you don't, you can use a mallet or a hammer. So you can just literally take it and put it on the cutting board and smash away. But we're going to use it here, and I've actually done some, so I'll move that over. So I'll take my little piece, and then they're separate and smashed like that. And you know they're dead because if you look, this is, and I'll take pictures of this as well. This is kind of, the original was white and now it's kind of an amber color, and that tells you you're pretty much done. Now you got it like this. Now, a little water. Soap it up. And there you have it. The suds. And you can use it to wash your hands. Take that out. You can wash your hands just like you would any other time. You can also use this and you can put it in water, and you can use it for your hair. You can use this on your body, and then what you can do is just kind of set the pulp back out in the sun and let it dry out, or just let it set out and dry, and you can use it again. So there you have it, using yucca root to make soap. Thank you.